Hello, friends, and welcome to the Cinemondo podcast with Kathy, Mark, and Burk. Today we're going to do a trailer reaction.
You sound so thrilled about it.
I know it's so much fun, but I never know what to expect. That's the scary
Mark
part.
Throws them at us, and we're like, "What's going to happen?"
Yeah, we try to mix it up. I try to go, current releases, hot off the presses, and then go back and look at our requests from our commenters who are just wonderful. And the list is getting longer and longer, which we love because there's so much to choose from. So
the Cinemondo community is making lots of demands, and they've requested this movie. It's called The Lunchbox.
Yes,
and it's an older film.
Lunchbox.
Yes, it's from 2013, and it stars the great Irrfan Khan, who sadly passed away a few years ago. A great actor who we've seen in not only many Indian films, but a lot of U.S.-produced films like The Adventures of Spider-Man, Life of Pi, many more. So he's a very familiar face and an excellent actor. And this is a film that is a drama that many people have requested. So, in fact, we had one of our interviews from the actor Nyasha Hatendi. If you listen to watch that interview, he said, "Oh yeah, have you seen The Lunchbox?"
That's right.
And so it's like, oh, okay, that's one we have to not only do the reaction to, but actually watch because people say it's so good. So here we are doing the trailer.
Here we are doing a trailer reaction.
Yes.
Shall I roll the trailer? Should we just jump in and watch it?
Let's check it out. The Lunchbox from 2013.
Okay. Is it a movie about a lunchbox?
We'll find out.
It's a very interesting title.
Are we ready?
We're ready.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
Film festival.
Yep.
Oh, the Lunchbox delivery.
There you go.
Thousands of meals every day.
Wow. So interesting.
They do this in Thailand, too.
Oh, that's
लंच कैसा लगा?
बहुत अच्छा था।
बस अच्छा ही था।
वो आलू गोभी बनाया था ना?
आंटी डब्बा किसी और को चला गया लगता है।
Play in front of this door again. I'll chase you down with the street.
कल खाली डब्बा भेजने के लिए आपका शुक्रिया। आज भेज रही हूँ पनीर, मेरे हस्बैंड का फेवरेट, ईला।
I'm getting goosebumps. It was such a cute idea.
Yeah.
Dear Ila, the food was very salty today.
क्या ना थैंक यू ना नमस्ते ये ले डाल दे
हस्बैंड कल रात बहुत देर से आए वो कुछ नहीं बोले
Dear Ila, things are never as bad as they seem.
क्या बात है सर, आज तो बड़े खिल रहे हैं। और मेरी अम्मी हमेशा कहा करती थी कि कभी-कभी गलत ट्रेन भी सही जगह पहुंचा देती है।
Isn't that right?
Yep.
That was so sweet. Oh my God.
That looks like a really good movie. Like a real touching, interesting, great premise too. Like what like a simple thing, a daily thing. It's a very normal thing, I assume there. Yeah. It's like, we don't know what that is here so much, but
I like the analog aspect of it. Like, there's a lunchbox that's taking someone, they're passing notes to each other, which is just adorable.
Yeah.
I just love it. So it's a great idea.
Yeah, and this was the director. His name is Ritesh Batra. It's his first film, and it's kind of impressive. It won all these awards, and then went on to direct many other films, like English-speaking films. One called The Sense of an Ending with Jim Broadbent, and a film with Jane Fonda and Robert Redford called Our Souls at Night. So, this was his breakthrough, first feature, and obviously looks very accomplished, even in the trailer. It looks like easily settle into this sort of life of delivering these lunches and what happens in relationships. It just feels very warm, like a movie you could just totally get right into and enjoy. So
even though it's not our everyday experience, and the visuals, that those lunch boxes that you see, those metal stacked lunch boxes, those are so common over there, and they're very common in Thailand. You see them everywhere in Thailand, and I think that's sort of a comforting image. Get your lunch like that, and having those metal stacked containers. And also movies that have food in it a lot of times are really interesting.
No, it's makes me so hungry right now.
I know, especially Indian food, which is...
Will someone bring me a lunchbox, please?
They show the people cooking Indian food. I can just smell it. I just immediately want to eat that. It's like...
I love Indian food.
Well, Burk has a friend who we turned us on and delivers Thai food in a kind of a Thai lunchbox, which is kind of this stacked metal thing. And it's homemade. It's like homemade food. It's not made at a restaurant. It's made at somebody's kitchen. And so there's like, there's a warm feeling to getting something that was cooked by somebody specifically for you. So anyway.
And that's what the feeling is when you see those containers. It's like, it's not store-bought. It's not like you got a bag of McDonald's or something. Right. It's like somebody cooked this and put it in the containers, and
what I like and everybody remembers when they were a kid, they got lunch boxes. I also like in this trailer, it was a really well-made trailer, because I feel like they put you inside the situation. You got a really good grasp of who the people were. You got a really good grasp of the situation, and you already feel like you want to know more about these people and their lives.
Exactly. That's a perfect trailer.
It wasn't just like a bunch of clips. You're like, well, that looks like a cool scene. You felt like you were in it, and in a way, it was like a little mini movie. Really well-made trailer. I really, really thought it was beautiful. Just put you right in the middle of the action, which is really
that's what a trailer should do. It should make you go, I want to see that movie.
Right.
Like, it looks like I really just want to watch that movie. I want to continue watching the movie from what I saw in the trailer.
No, I definitely want to see it. So I have some posters.
Nice.
Yeah, there's a bunch of posters for this because it's been out a while.
It's been re-released.
So to pump it up. So we'll start with let's see, what should I start? We'll start with this one, which looks like maybe one of the earlier posters where you see the two lives kind of colliding in a way. You see her making the food, you see him getting the food. It just looks very gentle lifestyle. It's very warm. You don't really see their faces very well. That would be my only problem. You don't really quite get what's going on.
He's kind of really almost like smelling the food, and
he's just like, I'd like it too, where he opened it and he smelled it. You felt like he was just smelling love,
Right.
And then we have this poster where it's like a little bit more of a graphic one, which I think is a clever idea. It makes her upside down, but there might be a second poster where she's on the top, he's underneath. Really nice graphic solution, because you're seeing the dishes and then you see it in the lunch boxes switched. So it's really a nice trick. And it's got a nice, the font is like very gentle and like, almost comedic. It's like, it looks like hand done almost, it's kind of a fun, just a little bit of humor, but not too far. And then we go into, this is like the prestige kind of posters where what they did with the trailer is got all the awards it's winning. It's got review quotes. This is basically how they sell people on, hey, if you don't like the poster, why don't you read about what all these other people think, and it'll make you feel like you're missing out, because, and I do like how they're both reading their notes. That's like a nice little graphic there too.
Love letters.
And a lot of type design. They did a good job making it organized by putting those little colorful boxes. And then the only other one is another little prestige sell. It's more about the awards it's won. Less of a quote ad. So you see a little pinch of happiness can change your life. That's a nice little copy line, very cute, whimsical artwork here, like the background.
And they're two different worlds.
Yes, and it's like he's got his little teal, and really beautiful. Some really nice posters for this, and they did a lot of good work on all of them, I think. So
yeah,
I want to see this.
feels like a first class sort of situation. Like, just
very
feels like
prestige.
they know what they were doing, and impressive for a first film.
Amazing.
And obviously great actors. So it's boy,
it looks like a really fun movie. And from the prop, Kathy does the artwork and stuff, and I used to be a prop guy, and so I'm thinking from the prop point of view, food in movies is always an issue that is so difficult. And you always have to, a lot of times you get a specialist like a cook, chef, to come and cook the food so that it looks good. It doesn't look like prop food that's been sitting there all day. And you want the food to be appealing if the movie has to do with food.
Yeah.
And it's so difficult. I always hated food days, Stunt days were fun. Food days were terrible because
They are terrible.
yeah. Because
Things
food
start to
is so
get
difficult to get right. And also background people start eating and they start messing up their plate, and then their plate doesn't look good anymore. And you have to completely scrape everything into the trash and put a new thing on there and say, do not eat this.
And how do the actors, like, when they have to eat the food, do they like eat and spit it out, or do they actually eating and just getting so full and grossed out by all the food?
If it's a lot of eating in the scene, a lot of times they'll have a bucket and it's really nasty. They'll and then when they,
because it's so much eating
and then they
all
go
day long. I mean, it's so hard.
But the mechanics of how, if for Western people, I know everybody in India knows this, and in Thailand and whatnot, but the mechanics of that lunchbox and those lunchboxes that you see from prop point of view, the way those work, I can show you. They look like this.
Oh,
this
look
is
at that.
Sort of a larger one than you saw
That's
on the
beautiful.
show. This is one
That's
from,
nice design.
from Thailand. But it has a little thing on the top that you spin around like this, and you
I
can
love that.
you
That's
can
so
you take them off.
That's really cool.
It's
Just seeing that makes me hungry, knowing there's something in there. Kind of like, I want to eat whatever's in there. I know
Is
there's
there
nothing in there, but I still want it.
aloo paneer in there?
Yeah, I know.
Chicken tandoori, noli kofta,
nothing.
Oh, just seeing what beautiful sauces might be in there. Oh my
I know.
god, that's adorable. I love
But
it.
you can get all your little your sauces and whatnot.
So good.
and that's what's cool. What you do is you give it back, and they give you another one. So they kind of keep reusing. They clean it.
Yeah, you don't have
reuse it.
trash. It's not
No, there's no
plastic
trash.
containers. It's styrofoam. It's like this is reusable, great invention. That's great.
They lock into this contraption here, and then you put this down,
Oh yeah.
And
and it sort of holds them all together. And
Into the lunchbox.
And you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. This one's got 4.
That's great.
4 meals.
That's
Yeah.
really cool. All
Okay,
right, then.
well,
So,
we're gonna cut this short so I can eat.
I gotta
I'm getting
go.
hungry,
There's
too.
something cooking. That looks great.
Yeah, well, the movie looks
we'll
great
be
too.
watching the movie
Yeah.
for sure. It looks amazing.
Yeah, and thanks for the request of that one because that's
Thanks, you guys. Looks awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch this one. I think
Yeah.
my wife and I would like to watch this. I
Yeah,
think
it
she
looks
would love
really
this
good.
movie.
Yeah, it looks really good.
So thanks again for that request and that suggestion, and more to come. So thanks very much for watching. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.